Today on Tom's Tinkering and Adventures, I'm going to show you one of the ways to convert your tabletop Blackstone griddle from the 1 pound propane bottle to a large propane bottle. Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Well, if you've watched my videos, a friend of mine graciously gifted me a 17-inch tabletop Blackstone griddle, and boy, what a beautiful little griddle this thing is. Very convenient for camping and that sort of thing, as long as your idea of camping is not carrying everything on your back, because this would not be ideal for carrying on your back. But a nice little griddle. One of the things that I like and dislike about it is that it uses these small propane bottles, these 1 pound bottles, and you can purchase these at your local sporting goods stores or your Walmart type stores. If you watch them on sale, sometimes you'll get them for $4 or $5, and supposedly they are one-time use. I do have a fixture that I can refill these with, and I may possibly make a video on that later. The nice thing about these is that if you're going to go out for a day or two, you only need to bring 1 or 2 of these along with you, and you don't have to heft along a big heavy propane bottle like that. Now the bad part is that these things are expensive, and if you don't have the refill adapter, they're wasteful because you're throwing it away. So I wanted to have a system in place to hook up this large bottle if I want to, and still be able to bring the small bottles. So what I have is called a propane tree. Let me see if I can get you set up here, show you how this works. It's not too terrible. All right, now this is the propane tree right here. You can purchase this online, Amazon, sporting goods stores, Walmart, etc. They have these. So what this does is it attaches onto your propane bottle. First off, make sure it's closed. And this just screws right on here, just like your regular fittings, which are, I remember right, reverse to bed, right? Maybe not. Okay, there you go. That's the ones that go inside or reverse to bed. And then you push this little adjuster down here. All right, and now at this point I have 1, 2, 3, or I can add this additional one, which is still 3. And I'll show you why I like to have this additional extension on here in just a moment. So now I can hook up 3 propane sources to this propane tree. There we go. Sorry, I had you off on the top there. So we have 1, 2, 3 locations that we can attach the propane to this. The next thing that you're going to need to hook up your Blackstone griddle is a propane hose. Now, these can also be purchased at your local sporting goods stores, Walmart, Home Depot, those type of places, and of course all of our favorite, Amazon, for those of you who don't like to leave the house. So what you do with this, and this one I purchased online, and it was $10. So what you do with this is you can attach this to any one of your ports that you have available. We'll just choose this one because it's at a good height. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it over to this area here, and we'll move the propane tank a little bit closer. And in fact, let me bring you right in for the action shot here. All right. Now this is where our small bottle of propane hooks up right here. And what you're supposed to do is put it at an angle like that. So instead of the propane bottle hooking up there, Excuse me a minute. Let's change our settings a little bit. There we go. That's beautiful. All right, so instead of hooking that up, we're just going to hook our propane hose up right here. Check all your fittings. Make sure they're all hand tight. There, there, and there. And now all we got to do is turn on our propane here. It's going through our regulator. Now we should be able to turn this thing on. And get a little gas through it first. There we go. Took a couple tries, but hopefully you can see the fire in there. So there you go. The simple, easy way to hook this thing up. Now, give me one moment and I'll show you why I like this propane tree. All right, with the Blackstone Griddle hooked up to my propane bottle, with this tree, I can also hook up my propane lantern. Now, if you look closely, you can see this one is in-op. It has a glass lens around it, which of course was broken. But this is kind of a nice setup for at night, because then you kind of have your propane lantern going and your propane griddle. And I also have an additional connection right here, which I could put maybe my Coleman stove that has burners next to this, and I could operate the propane stove, the griddle, and the lantern all off of this same propane tree. So for about $40 all said and done here, I can hook up to the large bottle of propane. Propane in my area is selling for $2.99 a gallon. So we could do a little bit of math and figure out the savings versus buying the disposable, non-disposable. Because if you do have a fitting, you can refill those. But there is a big savings operating with this. And you can also operate it for quite a lot longer. I haven't ran this thing much yet. I haven't even seasoned it. That will be the next video. But I've heard that you can only get a couple of cooks off of this small video. So, off of this small bottle. Man, video's on my mind. At least something's on my mind. But there you go. It's very easy if you want to convert your Blackstone tabletop griddle to using a large propane bottle. And then with this tree, you also get the convenience of being able to hook up multiple items. So there it is. Please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't. There's a lot more to come. And who knows what? Could be anything. Could be something inside of this garage. Could be something out here. Could be something anywhere on the road, anywhere in the US or the world. You just never know where I'm going to end up. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.